Perhaps you've heard people say that data is the new oil. But you know what? That comparison is only partly true, because data only becomes valuable when it is collected and processed.
So the question of the hour is this: how to become a data analyst in 2026? I have 4 main tools that I want maybe to show you. And if you learn these tools and work yourself hard and do some projects that can improve your skills levels and upgrade your CV to show that you have reskilled, and be active to look for maybe remote roles. We have a lot of time site and also on-site and also hybrid roles. You can be able to switch your career fast. And maybe to prove this, just go to LinkedIn or Google and just type requirements, or what do I need to become a data analyst, which tools do I need, and you are going to see any of these 4.
But kindly note that at the end of the day, data analysis is about transforming raw data into insights that inform decision making. Alright, now let us start with Excel. The first tool that I would advise you to start with, because it has a very shallow learning curve, meaning that it is quite easy to learn for beginners. Data is stored in rows and columns. And the main things that you need to learn and be comfortable with are the formulas and the data types. Learn the data types that are used in Excel, mostly numbers, text data, and dates and time. And I would stress here that you take special time to master how dates and times work, because we have quite a number of functions and a lot of manipulation that you need to do with date and time before you analyze your data.
Learn about 4 formulas in Excel, like if statements, nested ifs. When and how do you use this? How do you use formulas and functions to make summary tables, and from there, how do you even visualize the same? Learn about data tools here. How do you do data cleaning, data validation? How do you sort? How do you filter data? Learn about.
And finally, check out formatting and conditional formatting, because this is the only way to make your data clear, consistent, and easier to interpret. And also be sure to practice creating charts and visualizations. Check the different charts that we have in Excel and how to build dashboards, because you have to use the right chart for the right data set. And on the same note, be familiar with pivot tables and summary tables, which are very core into summarizing, filtering, and analyzing large data sets quickly and efficiently. And remember, these are very essential skills that will help you transform raw data into meaningful insights and help you tell a story about your data. The last but not the least concept is all about OTIF analysis, which is a very powerful decision-making tool in Excel. And why should you be concerned about it? Because using it, you're going to be able to explore different scenarios by changing the input values. And by doing so, you're going to be able to see instantly how those changes impact your results, and therefore you are able to make data-driven decisions with confidence. In short, you can make smarter decisions.
SQL is simply a short form that means structured query language, and this works with structured data, data that is stored in tables. And in tables, you have rows and columns. For example, this is a table for departments. It holds information about the departments. So you need to understand the key basics, like what is database design. Even before you go to the concepts like the commands, SQL commands, go further and learn what is a database, right? And go further and learn about how do you even design a database. I'm saying this because these are going to help you a lot to understand some basic commands, like how do you even have relationships, what are keys in tables, right? How do tables relate to one another? Because in SQL, the structured data is going to be stored in related tables, so you need to understand the key relationships between tables. You need to understand the command types that we use. We have commands that are only used for creating and dealing with tables. We have commands that are meant to only manage the data inside the tables, and also we have commands that are only meant to retrieve data. So you need to understand this, the theory part, before you even learn what they are, and make sure that you understand the constraints that we apply for data inside the tables to make sure that data sanity is guaranteed. Go forth to learn the query concepts, like as I said, how do you retrieve data from these tables, and how do you query data that is spanning across several tables to just obtain one complete record. And that brings you to the type of joins.
Alright, now on SQL joins, this is a concept that you really have to understand really well, because SQL joins are the key to building queries across multiple tables in SQL, and there are a few main types that you really need to know. So I'm gonna just mention them here. The first one is inner join, that returns only matching rows from both tables that you're querying. Then we have left join, that returns all rows from the left table and matching ones from the right. And then you have right join. This kind of a join returns all rows from the right table and matching ones from the left. It is very important to understand exactly what this means. And then you have full outer join, that returns all rows from both tables, whether matched or not. That's what's called full outer join. And then you have cross join. This one returns every possible combination of rows from both tables. And finally, you have stop join, that helps a table to join with itself.
The next tool that you need to master is a data visualization tool. And in this case, you can either go for Tableau or Power BI. Of course, I offer both. I teach both, but we have other equivalent tools. On the screen, you can see this one is Tableau UI. And to learn Tableau UI is very simple, because this is all about making interactive dashboards by visualizing your data and also business intelligence. But the most important that you need to understand here is, like, where do you even how do you connect Tableau to a data source? And data source in this case means where your data is stored. You need to understand how to blend it with Excel, because it can work with data that is in Excel. You just need to blend it here. CSV files, SQL also. Tableau works very well with that, PDF, and so on and so forth. So this data here, you see, it's actually a sample data that I have in an Excel sheet. I only needed to bring it here, and then I start doing my visualization, as you can, and the different charts that are used and how and why you use which chart. And apart from just learning, make sure that you do a real end-to-end project that you can add to your portfolio and show how you can use Tableau.
And now, finally, next on our roadmap, the final tool that I would recommend is Python. Python is one of the most important skills for becoming data analysts, actually. In fact, it is the industry standard programming language for data analysis. You know why? Because it tops in cleaning, transforming, analyzing, and visualizing data with just few lines of code. And for this, you need to master some of its libraries or all the libraries. But the libraries I'm gonna tell you, they at least cover about 95% of what entry-level to mid-level data analysts use. And on the top of it is Pandas. Pandas is the library that is used for cleaning, manipulating, and analyzing data. And then you have NumPy, a very fast numerical and mathematical computations library. And then you have Matplotlib. As the name suggests, this one is for creating charts and visualization. And then you have Seaborn for creating beautiful statistical visualizations, just very little code. And then we have Skitlearn library that is called for machine learning in Python and also predictive analysis, of course, which many roles currently for data analysts are expected to have.
After mastering these tools, Excel for data analysis, you've mastered SQL, how to talk and to work with the databases using SQL. And you have also mastered visualization and making interactive dashboards. And you have also gone ahead to learn Python for data analysis. I don't see the reason why you shouldn't learn at least a junior role and work your way up and enjoy working with the data.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We have come to the end of it. For more information or consultation, kindly reach out to me on the email shown or go to my website Datatech Academy and send an inquiry there. Or if you want to enroll to my complete data analysis course, where I do live classes every week with assignments and exams, just to make sure that you are thoroughly trained, you can enroll there and I can walk with you in this journey. I can assure you that it will be worth it. And so please subscribe to my channel for more data analytics content, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.